Warning: the following clips are for demonstration purposes only.
Jimmy Hoffa, a name synonymous with power, influence, and controversy in mid-20th-century America, disappeared on July 30th, 1975, leaving behind a mystery that has confounded investigators, historians, and the public alike. His vanishing act has sparked countless theories, inspired numerous books, films, and documentaries, and remains one of the most enduring unsolved mysteries in the United States. To understand the gravity of this enigma, one must first delve into the life of Jimmy Hoffa, his rise to power, the controversies that surrounded him, and the fateful events leading up to his disappearance. James Riddle Hoffa was born on February 14, 1913, in Brazil, Indiana, to a poor coal miner's family. His father died when he was only 7, and his mother, left to raise 4 children, instilled in him the values of hard work and resilience. The family's financial struggles had a profound impact on young Hoffa, shaping his views on labor rights and the importance of unionizing. Hoffa left school at a young age to support his family, working in various manual labor jobs. His first-hand experiences of worker exploitation and poor working conditions fueled his determination to make a difference. Hoffa quickly recognized the power of collective bargaining and became involved in labor organizing during the 1930s, a period marked by economic depression and widespread worker unrest. His entry into the labor movement was through the Teamsters, a labor union representing truck drivers and warehouse workers. Hoffa's natural charisma, strategic thinking, and unyielding resolve quickly propelled him to a leadership role within the union. By the 1950s, he had risen to become the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, transforming it into one of the most powerful unions in the United States. Under Hoffa's leadership, the Teamsters grew exponentially in power and influence. Hoffa was a master negotiator, known for his ability to secure substantial gains for union members. His tough-as-nails approach to negotiations earned him respect and fear in equal measure. Hoffa was a tireless advocate for the working class, and his efforts led to significant improvements in wages, working conditions, and benefits for millions of workers across the country. However, Hoffa's leadership was not without controversy. His aggressive tactics, which sometimes included the use of intimidation and violence, drew criticism and suspicion. Moreover, Hoffa was alleged to have forged alliances with organized crime figures to strengthen the union's power. These alleged connections to the Mafia would later become a central theme in the theories surrounding his disappearance. The U.S. government, particularly under the Kennedy administration, targeted Hoffa for his alleged corruption and criminal activities. Robert F. Kennedy, as Attorney General, led a relentless campaign against Hoffa, making him a prime target in the government's war on organized crime. Hoffa's legal troubles culminated in 1967 when he was convicted of jury tampering, attempted bribery, and fraud. He was sentenced to 13 years in prison, a significant blow to his career and influence. Even behind bars, Jimmy Hoffa's influence over the Teamsters remained strong. He continued to manage union affairs through intermediaries, refusing to relinquish his hold on the organization he had built into a formidable force. Hoffa's incarceration did little to diminish his determination to return to power. In 1971, Hoffa's fortunes took a turn when President Richard Nixon commuted his prison sentence, leading to his release after nearly 5 years. However, the commutation came with a condition. Hoffa was barred from engaging in union activities until 1980. Despite this restriction, Hoffa was not content to fade into obscurity. He immediately began plotting his return to the Teamsters' leadership, setting the stage for the events that would lead to his mysterious disappearance. The Day of Disappearance, July 30th, 1975. July 30th, 1975 began like any other day for Jimmy Hoffa, but it would end in a mystery that endures to this day. Hoffa had reportedly arranged to meet 2 Mafia figures, Anthony Tony Jack Giacalone and Anthony Tony Pro Provenzano, at the Machus Red Fox restaurant in Bloomfield Township, Michigan, a suburb of Detroit. The meeting was purportedly to discuss Hoffa's efforts to regain control of the Teamsters, but neither man admitted to having set up or attended the meeting. Hoffa arrived at the restaurant around 2 p.m. and was last seen in the parking lot at approximately 2:30 p.m. Witnesses reported seeing him standing by his car, a green 1974 Pontiac Granville, seemingly waiting for someone. That was the last confirmed sighting of Jimmy Hoffa. Later that evening, when Hoffa failed to return home, his family became concerned and reported him missing. The immediate aftermath and search efforts. The news of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance sent shockwaves through the nation. The FBI, along with local and state law enforcement, launched an extensive investigation and search for the missing labor leader. Given Hoffa's high profile and the suspicion surrounding his connections with organized crime, his disappearance was immediately treated as a potential criminal act. Investigators scoured the area around the Machus Red Fox restaurant, but found little in the way of physical evidence. Hoffa's car was discovered in the restaurant's parking lot, but there were no signs of a struggle or foul play. The investigation quickly expanded beyond Michigan as authorities pursued leads and tips from across the country. Theories and speculation. What happened to Jimmy Hoffa? The disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa has given rise to countless theories, many of which involve organized crime. Here are some of the most prominent theories that have been put forward over the years. 1. The Mafia hit theory. The most widely accepted theory is that Hoffa was killed by the Mafia to prevent him from regaining control of the Teamsters. According to this theory, Hoffa's efforts to reclaim his leadership position posed a threat to the Mafia's influence within the Union, leading them to order his murder. The specifics of how and where Hoffa was killed remain a subject of speculation, with various locations suggested as the site of his death. 2. The house theory. In this theory, Hoffa was allegedly lured to a house in the Detroit area, where he was killed and his body was subsequently disposed of. In 2004, the FBI searched a house in Detroit's Morningside neighborhood based on information that Hoffa had been killed there, but the search yielded no evidence. 3. Buried in concrete. Some theories suggest that Hoffa's body was buried in a specific location, such as the foundations of a building or a stadium. One of the most famous of these theories is that Hoffa was buried under Giants Stadium in New Jersey. However, a 2010 investigation found no evidence to support this claim. 4. Cremation theory. Another theory posits that Hoffa's body was cremated to destroy any evidence of the crime. This theory gained traction after Frank the Irishman Sheeran, a former mob hitman, claimed in his memoir that he had killed Hoffa and that Hoffa's body was later cremated. However, Sheeran's account has been met with skepticism by many experts. 5. The involvement of the CIA. A more conspiratorial theory suggests that the CIA was involved in Hoffa's disappearance, perhaps due to his knowledge of sensitive information related to organized crime and its connections to government officials. While there is little evidence to support this theory, it remains a topic of speculation among conspiracy theorists. The search for Hoffa's remains a continuing saga. Over the decades, numerous searches have been conducted in an attempt to locate Hoffa's remains. These efforts have taken investigators to a variety of locations, from Michigan to New Jersey and beyond. In each case, the searches have ended in disappointment, with no conclusive evidence uncovered. One of the most significant searches occurred in 2013, when the FBI excavated a field in Oakland Township, Michigan, based on a tip from a mobster's son. The informant claimed that Hoffa was buried at the site, but once again, the search yielded no results. The search highlighted the difficulty of solving a case that has grown colder with each passing year. The cultural impact of Hoffa's disappearance. Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance has left a lasting impact on American culture. It has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and films, each attempting to shed light on the mystery. Hoffa's life and mysterious vanishing have become emblematic of the dark side of power and influence in America. One of the most prominent portrayals of Hoffa's life is the 2019 film The Irishman, directed by Martin Scorsese. The film, based on Frank Sheeran's memoir, reignited public interest in Hoffa's case and introduced a new generation to the mystery of his disappearance. While the film presents Sheeran's account as the solution to the mystery, it has also sparked debate about the accuracy of his claims. Hoffa's legacy as a labor leader is equally complex. While he is celebrated for his achievements in improving the lives of workers and strengthening the labor movement, his methods and alleged criminal associations have cast a shadow over his legacy. Nevertheless, Hoffa remains a figure of enduring fascination, a symbol of the American struggle for power and the consequences that come with it. Ongoing investigations and the quest for closure. The FBI has kept the Hoffa case open for nearly half a century, reflecting the enduring mystery and the continued search for answers. As recently as 2022, new leads have emerged, prompting further investigation. Advances in forensic technology, such as ground-penetrating radar and DNA analysis, have provided investigators with new tools to search for Hoffa's remains. But so far, these efforts have not yielded definitive results. The case also continues to captivate amateur sleuths and conspiracy theorists, who have offered their own theories and conducted independent investigations. The quest to solve the mystery of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance has become a cultural phenomenon in its own right, with each new theory adding to the legend. The broader implications of Hoffa's disappearance. The disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa is not just a story of a missing person, it is a reflection of the turbulent era in which he lived. The 1970s were a time of significant social and political upheaval in the United States, with issues of corruption, organized crime, and labor unrest at the forefront of the national consciousness. Hoffa's disappearance encapsulates the fears and tensions of the time, serving as a reminder of the power struggles that define the era. Moreover, the Hoffa case has had lasting implications for the labor movement in America. Hoffa's downfall and disappearance marked the beginning of a decline in union power that has continued into the present day. The labor movement, once a formidable force in American politics, has struggled to regain the influence it wielded during Hoffa's tenure as Teamsters president. Conclusion: an unsolved mystery that endures. Nearly 50 years after his disappearance, the fate of Jimmy Hoffa remains one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. Despite decades of investigation, speculation, and search efforts, the truth about what happened to Hoffa continues to elude us. The case stands as a testament to the complexities of power, the murky world of organized crime, and the enduring appeal of unsolved mysteries. The story of Jimmy Hoffa is not just a tale of a missing man, it is a narrative that speaks to the darker aspects of American society. It is a story of ambition, betrayal, and the pursuit of power at all costs, a story that continues to captivate and intrigue. As new leads emerge and technology advances, there remains hope that one day the mystery of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance will be solved. Until then, his case will continue to be a topic of fascination, a puzzle that challenges investigators and the public alike, and a story that reminds us of the unresolved questions that linger in the shadows of history. For more deep dives into the world's most mysterious and unsolved cases, subscribe to our channel. We continue to explore the enigma of Jimmy Hoffa and other captivating stories that have left an indelible mark on history. Join us on our quest for the truth.